That's my son. That's his mom.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Regis Philbin. That's right, I've come back from the great beyond to welcome you personally to ACT's Studio Theater Summer Series, a smoke and millennial-free show. Our featured comedian is no stranger to late-night comedy and Florida audiences, having appeared or worked in over 22 television shows such as HBO's Comedy Central and Married with Children, to name just a few. Presently, he is the star creator of the hilarious and critically acclaimed multimedia solo show, Till Death Do Us Part, You First, directed by Academy Award nominee and Broadway legend Chaz Palminteri, star of the iconic film A Bronx Tale. Please welcome, all the way from exotic West Delray Beach, actor, comedian, and denture wearer, baby boomer Peter Fogel.
I hurt myself. Why? I don't know. I shouldn't be doing that stuff. What a pleasure. I am Peter Fogel. I have worked in such shows as Married with Children and Happily Ever After, Men Behaving Badly. In my 3-decade career, I have shared the stage with Ray Romano, John Byner, Jon Stewart, John Davidson, all the major Johns in Hollywood. But to be here at the ACT studio in their summer series in an abandoned strip mall, this is the highlight of what's left of my career, ladies and gentlemen. I have to get out of here. I have a 2 a.m. show at an abandoned Denny's in Port St. Lucie. One day, Jupiter. A guy can dream. Anyway, this is absolutely the youngest audience I have ever performed for. In fact, I was performing at Century Village 2 weeks ago, and your parents say hello. They want to know why you don't visit. I love performing here at the ACT Studio Theater. I don't know if anyone's been here when I did my one-man show, Till Death Do Us Part. And I didn't tell Karen this. I just became a father for the first time. I adopted a girl from the Ukraine, and I wanted to just share that with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. A 25-year-old fashion model. Because I'm a giver. I'm a giver. Oh, when we play Naked Twister, oh, she gets so excited. No, wait a minute. I get so excited. Okay. So, this is so exciting to be here. This is the most people. No, listen, I play anywhere. I played independent. I actually performed, I got an offer for a hospice. I did. And my mind is flashing. It was comforter of the, Hospice of the Comforter in Orlando. And I'm thinking, they go, don't they need a rabbi? Don't they need a priest? I mean, I'll play anywhere if the check clears. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to be at the foot of the bed, tap the microphone? Where you from? ICU? True story. No, we did perform it. It was for the Christmas show for the staff at the Comforter, which is now there's nobody left because they all got taken away by ICE. Go figure. Process. I'm originally from New York. Anybody here from the Northeast by applause? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Out-of-season New Yorkers still here. That's amazing. No matter where I perform, the country never fails. I always meet an idiot that comes up to me after my show who thinks he and I are neighbors. You're from Manhattan? Yes, I am. He goes, Buffalo. Excuse me, Manhattan, Buffalo. And I'm thinking, yeah, Manhattan's about 8 hours from Buffalo. I'm surprised I don't get your mail by mistake. I'm on a European vacation on a cruise ship. Guy hears me talking, New York, right? I go, yeah. He goes, ha, Colorado. What? We're both from North America. But the best time to be in New York is in the fall with the seasons, standing in Central Park, watching the homeless change colors. When they turn blue, fall to the ground, tears come to my eyes. Now, you're all getting a little uptight. Hey, get a little uptight. Think I'm making fun of the home. Don't you worry about the homeless in Manhattan. They have prepaid cellular. They have cell phones. I'm giving money to a homeless guy. His cell phone goes off. Excuse me 1 minute. Yeah, hi. I can't talk now. I'm with a client. Yeah, call me back in 5 minutes. I'll be underneath the bridge. Okay, great. Here's a new funny joke. Let's see if you like it. The police 2 weeks ago in Central Park found an amnesia victim, a male, walking aimlessly around the park. When they checked his ID, his name really was John Doe. Because when they find an amnesia victim, they all call him Jane or John Doe. His name was John Doe. You know, it's very clever, probably too clever for you people. That's okay. What, you go to work, everything goes perfect? So every time I go up to New York it's so funny. Every time I go up to New York in the like the fall or the winter, people go, "You went up to New York? How was it?" I go, "It was cold. It was nasty. It was offensive, and that's just hanging out with my dysfunctional family." Then the New Yorkers ask, "How does it feel to live in Florida?" I go, "What is Florida living?" You know what Florida living is to me? Standing online at Publix at the service counter, in front of me is an 85-year-old guy with Parkinson's buying 3 packs of Marlboro Reds, a box of condoms, and a lottery ticket. Process. I like how it starts in the back and just floats here and drops dead right in front of this guy right here. I'm going to do some jokes tonight that are a little anti-woke, that have pissed off many a committee at a gated community, but I'm going to do it anyway. By applause, how many people are in a gated community? Then you know what I'm talking about. God bless you people in gated communities. You put your kids through college, you sacrifice, you relocate to Florida, and you move into minimum security prisons. Here it comes. Buckle up, Buttercup. Only in South Florida can you drive up to a senior community and have a Haitian security guard ask you for your identification. You want to see my ID, Jean-Luc Baptiste St. Clair? Perhaps I'd like to see your identification, Jean-Luc Baptiste St. Clair, who 8 minutes ago swam up to Riviera Beach. They hosed you down, gave you khakis, a clipboard, a can of mace. They said you're in charge of all the security at the Valencias. You are the first line of defense against Hamas. Okay. I play all the senior communities. Ponte Vecchio. Ever heard of Ponte Vecchio? Yeah. Drive up to Ponte Vecchio, there's a beautiful naked statue peeing into a fountain. I got closer, it was a resident. You know, singers always if you ever go to your favorite singer, like, I went to see Tom Jones at the Hard Rock, but every vocalist that you know, before he does a song, he always gives a little background on the song, where it was written, who wrote it, how he came to write it himself. I think comedians should do that with jokes like, ladies and gentlemen, this next joke I'm going to do is one of my favorites. I wrote it back during the first Gulf War, about 1990. It was very funny then, and I think it'll be just as funny now. And it goes something like this. My impression of an Iraqi comic bombing in front of an American audience. Laugh, you infidels! See, I can't do that for Generation X. I can only do it for baby boomers. This is a millennial-free show. They don't get half the stuff I'm talking about. Okay. Millennial-free show. That's okay. Here's another joke that pisses people off. You know what's every white Jewish guy's dream is to make love to a beautiful black woman and have her say, "Ooh, you're hurting me." Really? I'm too big for you? No, your elbow's on my windpipe. Jokes that made me lose on Star Search, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting older now. You know, I'm getting very confused. I'm at that age now where I'm getting crankier as I get older. I'm snapping at the neighborhood children now in my development. Get off my lawn! You kids, get off my lawn! Then I realize I live across the street. And the owner of this place comes out and goes, "You get off my lawn." It's terrible, just terrible. I don't even buy toilet paper anymore. To help the environment, I just use my receipts from CVS Drugs. Ooh, Metamucil, need that one. Ooh, Mucilist, need that one. You're as young as you feel, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want to partake to you folks of a certain age, of the baby boomers. Many years ago, I was in Vegas, and you can go to my website, Fogel's Corporate Comedy. You know who came to my show at Catch a Rising Star in Las Vegas? Paul Newman. Paul Newman, Cool Hand Luke, Butch Cassidy. He came to my show, loved it, invited me out to the racetrack the next day. Remember, he was a racetrack driver? He's 79 years old. I'm watching Cool Hand Luke, 79-year-old senior citizen driving 145 miles around a track by himself. 145 miles by himself, and yet his right blinker was still on. You didn't know I was going with that, did you? No, you had no idea. You know what's strange? The minute I went on Medicare, in the same mailbox, I had an offer for a mausoleum. You ever get those offers constantly? And it comes out, oh, look, our mausoleums are air-conditioned. Outstanding. Because where I'm going, it's going to be very hot. And in the next envelope, next part of the mailbox, there was an offer to attend a sponsored lunch at the Neptune Cremation Society. I went. Very aggressive marketing. Even the meal was burnt. This next joke I'm going to do is one of my favorites. I wrote it back in '78. It was very funny then, and I think it'll be just as funny now. When I was in college, I used to buy condoms by mail in China. 3,000 condoms for $1. Fortunately, I had to use them very quickly. They were made out of rice paper. And everyone came with, and the whole package came with a fortune. Rots a rock! I'm performing in a large voting booth. Okay, great. You gotta laugh. Laugh, have a good time, because one day you'll all see me on The Tonight Show and you'll go, oh, look, that's the guy from the ACT Studio Theater. Yeah, we've seen him before. You see? What was that? A knob. I did a knob on a TV set. I do that in front of Generation X. Millennials, they have no idea. That is the universal sign for... If I did this, not funny. That's funny. Remember knobs on TV sets? Remember from our baby boomer years? And if the knob got lost, what would your cheap-ass father do? Put needle-nose pliers on the television until the invention of the remote control. I did have a remote control back in the 60s. I did. I had the first one. My brother. I'd kick him in the ass, turn the channel. This next bit is very funny. The man who had actually invented the remote control, you may know though, is a man named Eugene Pauly. In the 1950s, he invented the prototype of the infrared remote control that you all enjoy today. He died 3 weeks ago in Boca Raton at 105. His final request was to be buried between two couch cushions. Everything has changed. Everything has changed as we got older. These kids today, they don't know how good they have it, right? They don't know how good they have it. Texting. You have the ones that text all the time? Do your grandkids text? You ever text someone for about a minute, then you call them, you go, this is really good. And then it goes to voicemail. And then I go, where did they go? What happened? Did they jump out the window? And it's the most annoying thing. You want to talk, we're the generation that wants to talk and get, and I'm thinking, the only thing I can imagine is they want to communicate with you, they just don't want to hear your voice. That's the only thing I can think of. And I'm a shallow older man. That's the problem with me. I'm at the age now where I'm a man of a certain age, and yet I still feel 35 years old. That's my issue. And I got the AARP magazine. Who's a member of AARP? By applause. You all are. You notice they start grooming you at like 48, like the Illuminati. They're just dangling those little discounts. They know you want to get the discount. And my friend says, why would you read the AARP magazine? Because at 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, I'm drunk, stoned, maybe I want to price a walk-in tub. I never thought of it, but maybe I need a walk-in tub. Oh, and if you read the AARP magazine, they have the magazine and the tabloid newspaper, right? But the magazine reminds you of your mortality, reminds you of your health issues, and they try to scare you. It's like, gentlemen, do you suffer from macular degeneration and shrinking testicles? Yes! Yes, I'm 2 for 2 and I'm not happy about it. And how would I know if I have shrinking testicles if I have macular degeneration? It's scary. I'm with an intimate moment with a girl I'm dating and she just looks up at me and she goes, do you know your testicles are shrinking? I didn't, but I do now. But yet I'm caught between two generations. I'm still a young man. I'm reading the front cover of the AARP magazine. It has on the front cover, maybe you've seen it, I'm not making the Halle Berry. Gorgeous woman, right? Actress Halle Berry, 56 years old. I'm reading and I go, my God, smoking hot. Halle Berry, what could be better than that? I turn the page. Oh, look, compression socks, half price. So, true story. I'm going to tell you a true story. I'm at Applebee's on a Saturday night. I'm at the cashier for takeout. Maybe some of you have gone on a Saturday night to an Applebee's. She rings up the order of the little girl, the 20-year-old little cashier. It's $10.40. At the last moment, I whip out the ARP card. She goes, "Sir, I don't think we accept it." "Au contraire, little lady. I've done my homework. You do accept." "I'll have to get the manager." "You do what you have to do." The manager's not around. There's some chicken and rib snafu in the kitchen. He's not available. So I'm standing there. She thinks that she's trying to wear me down because the line is getting longer and longer of angry elderly people. Now we're eyeing each other like we're in the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Eli Wallach and Clint Eastwood. She thinks this is my first rodeo. You have no idea, honey. Honey, I got condoms in my wallet that are older than you, okay? I ain't leaving. Now they're getting grumpy. They're like ready to storm me, the elderly people, like the townspeople from the Frankenstein movie with the torches. Hey, I'm doing this all for us. Now it's 20 minutes. I'm waiting 20 minutes. Oh, they're ready to burn me at the stake. Finally, the 30-year-old manager comes out. He looks at me, looks at the card. He goes, "Yeah, give the old guy a buck off his chimichangas." Thank you! Now, what I neglected to tell you was the woman from the other joke with the shrinking testicles. She's with me in this joke. If you want to impress a woman on a Saturday night, stick around for 20 minutes to beat Applebee's for $1. She looks at me and goes, "Wow, I like a man who goes after what he really wants." That's the way I roll, baby. You see this shirt? I'm returning it to Nordstrom Rack tomorrow for a full refund without the receipt. Stop teasing me like that. You're getting me excited. Oh, I'm so pathetic. I'm so pathetic at my age. So I'm going out with, I'll tell you the truth, I go out with younger women. And I'm making love to this younger woman. She's on top. And she's texting. She is texting during the act of making love. I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I can multitask." Honey, I'm the original Minuteman. This hell will be over in a few moments. She lets out this orgasmic scream. "Yeah, I'm thinking I'm the man." She goes, "Look, my girlfriend sent me a video of her cat licking her parrot. Look, 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 look." True story. Sad. I'm bearing my soul to you people, telling you everything I can. I remember many, many years ago. This is many years ago. This is another story. I'm making love to my girlfriend at the time. And she says the most horrific, I'm going at it, 20 minutes. I'm sweating like Mike Tyson taking his SATs. And she says the most horrific words you could say to a man during lovemaking. "Are you in me?" "Yeah." "I don't think so. What I didn't tell you is I put pillows underneath her buttocks for more leverage. So for the last 20 minutes, I was humping the pillows. Even scarier, it was the most perfect fit I've ever had in my entire life. I'm bearing my soul, ma'am. Don't judge me by looking at me. This is true. So, which now I understand why she had a look of anger and perplexity on her face. She says, hey, cowboy, you want to do the real thing? You want to role play? You want to be inside I'll be the Batcave, you'll be Batman? I go, no, I'm happy with the pillows. Not the right thing to say at that moment. She asked me to leave the premises. As I'm about to exit, she goes, "Leave my pillows here." I'm a sick man. I'm cruising the aisles of the bedding department at Macy's. I have problems. Jesus. It's true. It was a true story. And the problem is when you go out with a different generation, we're used to, like the kids today don't know how good they have it. Back in the day, we didn't have voicemail, correct? There were no answering machines. We roughed it. We called someone and they weren't home. We called back. And we called back during dinner because we knew they were home. Remember what we had in the 60s as baby boomers? We'd have rotary phones. Remember the rotary phones? You know how long it took you to get an 800 number on a rotary phone? You're mesmerized. You don't even know the number you're calling anymore. These kids today, they don't know. We just didn't have things back then, you know. And remember what your parents would say when you went in college? Can you think back when you were younger? Can you think back when you had your youth? Your parents would say, when you get to your destination, because there was no, you had payphones. Call us collect. Remember that one? Do you know? Call us collect. Let us know you got there. And you call. You go. Will you accept a collect call from Cheap Bastard? Collect call from Cheap Bastard, please. Or the famous one, ring once and hang up. Do you remember that one? Unfortunately, with today, if you do that, your kids think you butt dialed them. You learn more about somebody who butt dials you than you really want to know about the person. Ever hang up and you think the call's disconnected? They continue to just speak and whatever the hell they want to say, and you go, oh, that's interesting. And you're yelling, can you hang up? They have no idea. And your ass is dialing the phone. I have no idea. Any questions so far? This is the best audience I've ever performed for. Everything changes when you get older. Everything. The body changes. I got hair in my nose, hair in my head, but I'm follically challenged below the belt. What's left? A little straggly gray hair. So what do? I do the same thing this gentleman does in the front row. I comb it over to the other side. A little mousse, a little gel, add some water. It's a chia pet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at you now. What is your name, sir? Ken? This is Barbie? Am I right, Ken? You're at the stage of your life where you just want your blood work to be in normal range. Isn't that right? That's all. That's it. Everyone goes to the doctor. They just want to get the results. Now, this is the difference between Jewish people and non-Jewish people. You say to a non-Jewish person, Frank, the doctor says, Frank, your blood work is in normal range. Keep doing what you're doing. You say to a Jewish guy, Morty, your blood work is in normal range. Keep doing what you're doing. Morty goes, is it high normal? Is it low normal? Is it in the middle? Am I in the red area? Maybe it's a false negative, a false positive. Perhaps I need an MRI. I'll get a second opinion. That's what happens. Good news for Florida drivers. They now have auto insurance for ex-New Yorkers living in Florida. It's called His Fault. Good news for Florida audiences. They're doing a remake of the iconic film 12 Angry Men. Who remembers 12 Angry Men? Yes. They're renaming it, calling it Condo Board. Come on, folks, these are jokes. I do some Nebraska, I get nothing. No one laughs. They have no idea what I'm talking about. Look at you all judging me like you're in a committee somewhere. Are you in what community do you live at?
Auburn.
Where?
The Auburn.
Auburn. Do you have committees there? Yeah. Everything's a committee. Can't wipe your backside, can't make a decision. We got a committee. That's what we do. And the only reason they're on a committee because they know at the end of the meeting there's Entenmann's cake and coffee. That's why they go to that's all it is. If you build it, they will come. If you serve Entenmann's, they will come. That's how it works. This next joke's one of my favorites. It's a standard one of my show. The man who invented Cliff Notes, Cliff Holographs, remember that we all enjoyed in high school? He died 2 weeks ago. That was his whole obituary.
Oh.
This next joke is really for the ladies in the room, the mothers. And it goes something like this. What do you use to get a club soda stain out? Always thinking, constantly thinking. Here we are in Stewart, a little beautiful seafaring town. I came all the way from Delray Beach to come here. You know. Had to go through customs, immigration. So I'm going to another. No, it's beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. It's much easier than. It's actually more pleasant coming here than trying to get to Miami. You know. But I came here. That was good. But it's about your health. It really is. That's all you do. You go to the doctors. You have to get a referral. I moved down here 20 years ago. I had a female smoking hot urologist, about 34. Gorgeous. gave me a digital exam. It was the best digital exam I've ever had. And she knew she was good because on the examining table was a tip jar. Don't you judge me. So I had to go for my yearly digital exam. He's putting the glove on. He's got long fingers. Dips his whole arm into that dippity-doo, that ointment, that gel. Stands behind me and says, "Now, Phil, don't get an erection." "My name's Peter." "I know, I'm Phil." I'm concerned. I don't make... Man's a professional. He starts doing the digital exam, but angrily, like I owe him money from another appointment. He's digging, and he gets too high up. It's like, I feel a song coming on. There's no business like show business. There's no business I know. I went from a gay man to Ethel Merman to a Heisman Trophy winner. So after he had his way with me, and I wiped away my tears and was thinking of litigating, but I did sign a, consent form. I zip up my pants, I adjust my belt, I wipe away my tears, just then the door opens and the doctor enters. He looks at me, the doctor, I look at the doctor, we look at Phil, he grabs his mop and bucket and runs out. Call me. And they had insult to injury, they insisted I still give him a copay. These are jokes I can't do at a college. I can't do these jokes for anybody else except people of your generation who appreciate a good knob joke. Then he went for a colonoscopy. Who would get a colonoscopy every week just for the sleep? Oh, that propofol. I wish they came in gummies. I'd be popping them every day. You know how it is. The doctor puts the anesthesiologist puts the needle in your arm and you go, doc, I really don't feel... It's the greatest. It's the greatest, right? It's the greatest sleep. It's such a great sleep. I'm in the waiting room area making an appointment for another colonoscopy. Hi, this is Peter Fogel. I'd like to set up an appointment for a colonoscopy. Mr. Fogel, you just had one. I don't know what you're talking about. We're looking right at you. Hello? Why'd you wake me up? Oh, it's the best. It's the best. So, I go for the colonoscopy. My doctor, Dr. Roto-Rooter, asked me to come in for the consultation. Nurse Ratchet says to me, his nurse, Mr. Fogel, on the day of your procedure, please bring your insurance card and proper identification. I go, why do I have to bring my ID? Because, well, we want to make sure it's you and there's no fraud. So now I'm thinking, of all the scams, of all the schemes, of all the identity theft you can use against another human being, using a day of a colonoscopy would be very low on my list. How do you brag to other criminals? I got his checking account, I got his credit cards, I got a colonoscopy off a schmuck who lives in Delray Beach, Florida. I said to Nurse Ratchet, if anybody comes in pretending to be me and wanting a colonoscopy, put it on my tab. Colonoscopies for everyone! And then I talked to Dr. Roto-Rooter. I go, how far are you going to be mining up there, Chief? He says, I'm going to put some gum on the tip of the scope. When you start chewing, I'll stop. I'm blowing bubbles. Now, here's the thing. If you've had the colonoscopy, you know it's a twilight stage of sleep, correct? Yeah. It is not general anesthesia. If he talks to you during the procedure, you might respond. You may not remember the conversation because you're flying. Now, he knows I'm a comedian, and I swear to God, I hear him telling me jokes in my ear. He's bored. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. Hey, look, I found Jimmy Hoffa. And I'm thinking, is this guy using my backside as an open mic night? At the end of the procedure, I asked the doctor to give me a note to give to my girlfriend to prove, in fact, my head was not up there. And you notice, your diaphragm is full of air. They will not let you leave the facility unless you expel it. Your gaseous moment. And the nurse comes over and she goes, I can't let you go. You have to do it. I go, I just feel awkward doing this in front of you. You're the fourth asshole I've had today. Just do it. I said, when you were growing up wanting to be a nurse, was this your goal, your dream? Yeah, it was my goal. Yeah, it was my goal to have you expel air so I can go on to the next guy. We live in a different generation now, don't we? We live in a completely different generation with pronouns, right? You ever heard this? He, him, she, her, correct? Now there's they. Have you ever heard that they? Yeah. They are people that are gender fluid. They identify as male or female at any time. They just go back and forth. Male and female. And I'm thinking, I don't want to judge them, but I want to say to them, you know what? The voices in my head, we think you're nuts. Well, Mr. Fogel, what do you identify as? What do I identify as? An angry Medicare recipient who has to pee 5 times a night. And sometimes I get out of bed. And I'm examining it. It's very scary. I'll go out, I'll ask an attractive woman out on a date, and she is gender fluid. Now, if she's gorgeous but she feels like a man at that point, and I'm attracted to, does that make me gay? And if we are intimate, and now she's male and female, is it a menage a trois? Yes, you're right. You're looking at me, judging me. I have issues. And at the end of the meal, if we're on a date, who picks up the tab? Do I give it to her, then her hands it to him? There's things I'm just thinking about. I don't know. We have slogans that have changed. Remember the Nike, just do it. Remember that? Just do it. Very simple. Just do it. It's supposed to empower you to reach your goals. Now the new one is, have you heard this? You got this. You heard that one? You got this. I think lazy seniors over 55 should have their own slogan. Instead of, you got this, ours will be, I'll get it later. And if they deliver, even better. Get it on a t-shirt. It's big, but it's us. We'll get it later. We'll deliver. That's what we did. I have to get out of here soon. I have another job in November of 2027. Where was I? Any questions? So we're talking about electronic devices have changed now. Hey, remember MAP? Who remembers MAPs? Baby boomers. How many people remember MAPs?
Oh yeah.
Remember? It's hard. It's hard for you to think back because you're so used to what we have now, electronic devices. But back in the day, my father would not go on a trip without the Automobile Club of America triptych. That was the Bible, or the Rand McNally Atlas, that big, and then, or you would have basically a map. You go into the Exxon station, get a map. You want to take a picture of that map. Because once you opened up that map, you can never fold that map again back into its original form. Your father would go, put it in the glove compartment. Now they have GPSs, a global positioning system. They created an electronic device with a woman's voice telling a man how to drive. It's diabolical. Make a left, make a right, go 2/3 of a mile, make another left. I said, make a left. Why aren't you listening to me? My mother's right. You're a loser. Let me out of this car. You see, if you have a GPS, do you know what I'm talking about? GPS. The woman's voice is usually a default British woman's voice because you want your husbands, your significant others to live a long, healthy life with you. Give them a stress-free environment. That's the number one, right? Look at you.
Yeah.
You're barely awake right now. That's how relaxed this man is. What is your name again?
Sam.
Ken. Look at you. You have people that know you already. You have people. I have nobody. Ken. That's why the GPS woman has a British voice. She wants you. Ken, you missed your exit. No problem. Recalculate. We'll get you back on the road in no time. You'll reach your destination in a matter of moments. See, it's very relaxing. Men need that. They don't want that annoying Long Island woman. Ken, you missed your exit, you schmuck! on the Jersey Turnpike, you missed the exit, now it's 40 miles to the next exit. We gotta drive 80 miles to the Ben Franklin Bridge, turn around and come back. The people up in the Jersey area know what I'm talking about. The rest have no idea, but I feel like just go with the flow. See, in Florida, you miss an exit, you go up 4 miles, you get up, but not in Jersey. Very, very. The worst thing is you're tired, you're driving. Oh, there goes my exit. No! In Jersey, it's the worst feeling. My God, because every exit's like 40 miles. You got to be very, you have to be very cognizant of where you're driving. People drive me crazy in Florida the way they drive or don't drive. You get in the car, you want to go point A to point B. I'm not asking you to speed. But when the light turns, you have that one driver who's the lead car, the lights turn green, everybody has seen it behind him. He ain't moving. He has no idea where he is. Give that friendly tap on, and they're looking in the rearview mirror. What do I want? We want to be the first to welcome you back to consciousness. We're one big caravan going nowhere on Atlantic Boulevard. Okay, can you just go? Am I right?
Yeah.
This should be like. I wish we could go through life. Like you go to the post office. Like you go to the supermarket, they have express lines. I think they should have express lines. Rename it 2 items cash. I speak English. I want to get on with my lifeline. But they really do have it. They have now the kiosks of self-pay. That's much easier, right? No, you don't like the kiosk where you just pay for your own thing and bag it and get out? You don't like that?
Love it.
You like them, yeah. It's just very in and out. There's nobody there.
They work.
If they work, right. But like post office should have 2 lines. Has a clue line, doesn't have a clue line. You sit there, you feel like you're just being held hostage. I love it when one senior citizen, not you, other senior citizens, they're having a conversation with the postal worker. There's no chit chat. If there's nobody here, have a chit-chat, exchange phone numbers, go to Starbucks later. When there's 14 people that just want stamps because the machine is broken, they want to get on with what's left of their lives, am I right? And this chit-chatting, hey, I'm telling you, there should be a 3-minute limit when you're out in public. Post office, restaurant, bank, whatever, any supermarket. After 3 minutes, you should be allowed to take out a stun gun and taser the person's ass. Hey, what are you doing? Your time's up. Your time is up. This is a government employee. You're not changing pictures of your grandkids that only visit you during the winter. Just get it. I always get somebody who's in from Guam, doesn't understand how the post. Oh yeah, please, could you renew your passport now and know no English? That will work out fine. I wish we just go through life having sun pass on our forehead. There we go. Hey, I'm going through life. I want to be in the sun pass lane of life. That's it. That's all I want to do. Because everybody's in front of me, not knowing where the hell they are. That's it. Just want to have a little sun pass right through the exact change line. That's it. This next joke is very clever. I did it in a few TV shows. Today I looked up the word thesaurus in a thesaurus. You know what it said? What are you, bored? What is it? A thesaurus. Not a clitoris, a thesaurus. Here we are in Florida. That's what we have. It's hot, very hot. I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago, 125 degrees. I saw an elderly couple get out of an Uber and burst into flames. Ever been to Atlantic City? Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Big billboard. Do you have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-555-2648. I called it up. It was Tropicana room reservations. Because it's a gambling. Atlantic City. This guy comes up to me in Atlantic City. I'm in the lobby, starts complaining. Man, I lost so much money in this machine, I ain't won nothing. I looked at him. It's a payphone. You want a tip? Come over here. Here's $1. Play the change machine. You'll break even. I was in Vegas visiting my friend Michael Gatlin, who was at the New York. Ever been to New York casino? Standing next to this woman with a big beehive haircut. I knew she was from Brooklyn. She had one of those cigarettes that are, the ash is like 8-inch long, and it's hanging on. You go, when's it gonna fall? When's it gonna fall? Let's take some bets. It's just hanging on. I go, man, what do you think of New York? Listen, I'm from Brooklyn. There's nothing here that reminds me of New York. I wish there was one thing here that reminded me really of New York. So I mugged her. Put it in her handbag. She thanked me. I went on my way. A killing in an abandoned mall on a Saturday night. I play malls. I play them all. I don't know. I keep getting. Well, let me see if this joke works. Okay. Got to be healthy. That's the most important thing. I have a new exercise regimen. For cardio, I do 30 minutes of the treadmill. For resistance training, instead of lifting weights, I call my crazy girlfriend and try to reason with her. Finally, I get the laugh I want. I did it earlier. They went, ooh, you don't even know the girl. What are you moaning for? That's what you need. Did I do my rotary phone? I did the rotary phone. That's right. That's fine. I get so, I get so stressed out when I'm trying to call customer service. You get them in. Well, even before I go, I actually had a very good day today. I had an Indian robocaller call me, and I sold him an auto extended warranty. And you know it's a robocaller because I always get the name wrong. Hello, is this Mr. Peter Fogel? I want to mess with his head. I go, hello, tech support, may I help you? Would you like to buy an auto extended warranty? Mr. Fogel, I must inform you this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. What a wink, I too am recording this call for quality and training purposes. Now he's confused. I'm so sorry, did I call you or did you call me? You gotta have fun. You have to have fun. And I do not live in a 55 plus community. I live in an open community, and I'm a bachelor. And this past Halloween, I didn't know it was Halloween. I had all these 10 little rugrats ring my doorbell. They're all dressed in spooky outfits. They're all dressed like members of Congress. They're all wearing Lindsey Graham masks. And I don't know, I had nothing. I'm giving them batteries from my refrigerator that I've been keeping fresh for 3 years. Here you go. There you go. Then I gave them packets of duck and soy sauce. There you go. Oh, the look of appreciation on their faces. One kid had a deep voice. He was going through puberty. Is that all you got? No. Open up your bags. I poured in the rest of the lo mein. Here you go. You won't come back here next year. No. I'm the creepy old guy. I'm the creepy middle-aged guy. That's it. Creepy guy. Creepy guy.
Yeah.
But as I get older, I just I have no tolerance for like calling customer service. They put you on hold, and then you have to go hello, and everything's routed to Mumbai, India, right? Everything's good. I go before we can continue the call, I must identify you and see if you're in our records. What is your name? Peter Fogel. Let me see. Is that Peter as in Peter? Yes. E as in elephant? Yes. T as in Tom. E as in elephant. R as in Robert? Yes. Fogel. F as in Frank. O as on. G as in giraffe. E as in evening. L as in loser. That's me! I'm sorry, the tech department is closed today. Ever had this happen? You're in the queue of hell? This is a true story. This is a queue of hell story. You keep pushing the buttons and you try. Finally, I got a woman. If I get a woman in this country with a southern accent, I feel like I'm home. I feel like I'm back in America. And I was like, I can't believe I've been trying 20 minutes to get through that. Press this, press that. You push 0, it laughs at you. You ever get the artificial intelligence? I need a few more sentences and information to route you to the next call. I want a human being. That's what I want. Anyone breathing. Bleed. You ever get that? And they go, no, you can't help me. I really can't help you. I'm arguing with someone who doesn't exist. I can do that with a girl I'm dating. I'm getting nowhere. You ever do that? You're fighting with them and you're fighting. They want to wear you down. They want to rip out your soul. Finally get a woman pick up. I go, I've been trying for 15 minutes. I don't know how much time I have on this planet. I just want to get the guy. And she said, sir, you're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. We're getting a lot of complaints about this and I'm writing up a trouble ticket. And the more I got angry, the more she apologized. I go, this is the greatest relationship I've ever had with a woman. And I kept getting angry. I'm sorry, you're right, you're absolutely right. No one should be treated, even when I call, it's horrific and we're trying to correct and everything. And so I said, wait a minute. I'm bonding with this woman. She's laughing at my jokes and she's calming me down. She's like the cooler because I'm out of my mind, I'm having a change of life within this woman's world. I go, wait a minute, do you apologize to other customers? Well, sir, it is my my job description. Prior, apologizing to you, I apologized to 200 people earlier. Now I feel she's cheating on me. And then here's the punchline. She goes, but with you, I really meant it. You're special. I swear to God, that's what she said. You're special. I meant that. I said, I got to put that in my show, and I just did for you. Thanks for staying awake during my show. I really appreciate it. You're looking at me like it's a documentary. That's a true story, though. This one, you're just pressing zero. You're trying to get, and it doesn't happen. And you ever give them the feedback? You finally get them 2 days later. You're just, you are, then you say, well, we can call you back. You are right now 450 in our queue. Okay, good. Okay, I'll be in independent living by the time they call me back. Right, that's what it is. I remember the good old days when we grew up in the 60s and 70s, even the late 50s, someone would pick up the phone. Right? Now, even managed healthcare is a problem in this country, even in Florida. Bernice Birnbaum, 88 years old. It's a Friday. She's waiting for the test results from her doctor. It's Friday around 3:53. She decides to go to the restroom. What, you guessed it? The call comes in. Mrs. Birnbaum, this is Felice from Dr. Bueller's office. We got the results of your biopsy. The doctor would like you to come in and discuss your options. She's flipping out. She immediately calls back the number. Hi, this is Dr. Bueller's office. It's 4 o'clock. We are gone for the 5-day holiday. Some of you will call us back then. Some of you might not make it, but either way. Ever have that dude when you call me or you said they had all day. I did that at one of the communities, and a guy comes up to me, hand to God. He goes, Bueller, right? Dermatologist. He's my dermatologist. You're kidding me. No, that really happened. I go to see Bueller. He's standing there. So now I'm in your act, huh? I go, yeah. Don't have the girls call on a Friday afternoon. I hope you learn. You're absolutely right. You don't call them 3:55 and 3:57. They decide to take off early. Their closing day is 4 o'clock. They should be ashamed of themselves. I'm not being funny. I'm just giving a lecture. That's the way it is. In the old days, when you had a blood work, remember? Go back in time. They call you up and leave you a message saying everything's fine. Some doctors do. You know what? They want to get you in there for the copay. They want to get you for the copay, and they try. That's all they're doing. Years ago, they go, hey, your blood work came fine, blah, 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 keep doing what you're doing. Now, you have to come in, wait an hour and a half, then to see you. And he goes, hey, PSA's too. See you in 6 months. Then you strangle him. I don't have time. I'm working. I got things going on in my career. It took me years to get booked here on a Saturday night in the summer. You go to the urologist's office. I've seen happier faces of men in the movie Grapes of Wrath. Ever go to a urologist? Because when you get to a certain age, with all due respect, when you're in late 80s, you're just hanging on. I go, what quality of life do you have? You made it to 86, 87. You won. You beat the odds. You're playing with the house's money at this point. And they have this look. I go, I still have stuff to do. I got places to go, people to see. Ha-cha-cha. I'm gonna play every Valencia this side. What's coming? I mean, I'm still working, right? I'm relevant. But when you get to 86, you're retired, right? Are you retired now, Ken? What do you just go to the doctor? You go from specialist to specialist. All day. What else am I going to do? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's your job. That's it. That's all you do. She's happy for you to go because she doesn't have to see you every minute. Am I correct? You want them to go. Get the... You go to the cardiologist. You go to the urologist. You go to the endocrinologist. You got every specialist. That's what you do all day, right? When's your next appointment? Where are you going to see?
Eye doctor.
There you go. It's true. I had cataract surgery. Guy comes in. He's 96 years old. He's walking. He's with his Haitian Jamaican caregiver. And I go, how old are you? I'm 95. Now you're getting cataract surgery? I said to my wife, if I make it to 95, I'm going to get cataract surgery so I could drive at night. True story. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, really, why am I getting cataract? I'm like, just became a Medicare. Now I have to... Did I do my Medicare jokes? Did I do the mausoleum? That was a good joke. Yeah, just kidding. I did a show earlier for your parents that were here. How long have you been married? 58 years. Good for you. Give him a round of applause. 58 years. Thank you for the clap. So, another joke that millennials have no idea what I'm talking about. This show is for you. I wrote it for you. 58. I was at one of the communities, Casa de Drek, whatever it's called. And I asked the audience, has anybody been married 65 years? One woman applauds, I've been married 65 years. She comes running up on stage and goes, God bless you, where's your husband? He died at 89. She's doing backflips. So they do. You're keeping him alive, right? You're doing everything right. You're wonderful. You look like a happy couple. Well, you're happy. He's just. You want to go to the doctor. I have floaters. What do you think it is? Right? That's what you do. Go to the eye doctor. Floaters. That's the thing. You think there's like mosquito. Whoa! What the hell was that? A ghost? I go for elective surgery just for the propofol. That's what I do. Just, if you, I'm there. I don't give a shit. Huh? Oh, this is one of your. You want to hear another? I had a hip replacement, right? I've had mostly. What?
She had one too.
You mean one also? Because you're saying one too. Has she had two hip replacements or one hip replacement? So you're saying she also had a hip replacement. I'm thinking she had two hip replacements. Now she's angry at you because now you're putting the curse on her that she didn't need another hip replacement. She what? Half? What do you mean half? Half a hip? What? I'm sorry, what broke?
The upper wall of your
Oh, but you got the full hip though, didn't you? Oh, they can just. Did you have the front? You have the front done? They used to do anterior, now they do the front. Anyway, so what happens is the worst thing for a man is you're taking the painkillers, you can't urinate. So basically, if you don't urinate over a certain time, and this is just 24 hours, they're going to do the catheter. Friends that text me, don't do the catheter, don't do the catheter, whatever you do. And the woman comes in, beautiful, nice African-American woman that was where she's holding it in her hand. You better stop peeing, brother, or we're doing the catheter. And then miraculously, I'm drinking water, and I peed. And guess what her name was? Flo. Her name was Flo. Then I told her, she starts laughing. I never thought of that, but her name tag said Flo. I go, I'm all on board for you, honey. Flo was her name. That was hysterical. All original. I had everything great. Still got my hair, had the cat. I've been rebuilt a little bit. That's it. With the hip replacement. There's hip crowd, then there's a hip replacement crowd, whatever it is. What was I thinking about? Okay. Oh, God, time flies when you're... all right. So, what else was I talking about? Yeah, I did I play in cruise ships a lot. I used to perform in cruise ships. You ever been in cruise ships? I love going in cruise ships, watching people like yourself eat 8-9 times your body weight. That's what you do. You eat 8-9... And you're not even hungry, but this is the one thought goes through every person's mind. I paid for it. Right? The more money you lose in the casino, because that's rigged, you said, I'm going to put more food on my plate. You're eating breakfast already, serving you lunch. And wherever there's a line on a cruise ship, if you notice, you get on the line. You don't know where the line's going, but normal psychology of people is that I don't want to miss out. There must be something going on if there's a long line. There's food at the end of this line. And you're like cattle following the line. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You realize after 10 minutes, it's the line to the restroom. But you didn't care. You didn't miss out. And wherever there's, in the buffet station, they should rename the buffet stations what they really are. Clogged arteries, hypertension, widowmaker, diabetes. Honey, I'm going up to diabetes. Can I get you something to hypertension? You see people in scooters with tubes coming out of different orifices, oxygen tanks just grazing at the buffet. It's just unbelievable. Remember when you used to go on cruise ships, they had the midnight buffet. They don't have the midnight buffet anymore, right? But at 5 to 12, you get up, you're in a coma. I'm not even that hungry. I just want to get one more meal in my colon. I need 40,000 more calories. And I know you folks, you had your little brownie, your Instamatic cameras, you took pictures of the food to show your friends on land what they missed. That's what you wanted to do. Look, Estelle, look, I was on the ship Dementia of the Seas. Look at them at that buffet. It was a Viennese table, like a bar mitzvah. Look at the, oh my God, look at the pastries, the cheeses, the ice sculpture, the chocolate fountain. Look at that stuffed fat pig with an apple in its mouth. Wait, that's my husband Herb. And people line up, 50, 80 people will line up at that omelet station. They will line up at that omelet station. They've never had an omelet before, but by golly, it's just eggs. Just go to the, no. It's like Palestinians lining up at the Red Cross, everyone just lining up to get an omelet being prepared from a chef from a third world country that you wouldn't want living in your neighborhood. And if he wasn't doing this, he'd be with a freaking leaf blower waking you up in the morning. That's what he's going to do. He's a big shot. He's a chef on Dementia of the Seas, sending money back to his family. He's considered the success of that whole Guyana family, whatever it is. And there's always one woman from the Polo Club. She's talking to the chef. Excuse me, Feliz Navidad. I would like a triple omelet, extra bacon, extra ham, and use egg beaters because I'm watching my cholesterol. And I'm going to show you how comedy and tragedy are very close. Comedy is just tragedy with time. I'm going to show you. Remember the Concordia ship that went down many, many years ago in Italy? Did you know that? Remember that one? It's a tragedy. But let's look at this logically. Let's say it was a 10-day cruise. On the 9th day, the vessel went down. Most people would say, up to this point, it was a wonderful cruise. The food was outstanding, the excursions wonderful, the entertainment A+. If not for the fact I'm swimming to shore holding on to my luggage, I would give this 4.5 stars on Cruise Critic. But if you remember, the ship was leaving the port. This wasn't in the brochure. Gilligan's Island, Gilligan and the crew of the HS Minnow, whatever it's called, had a longer cruise. And this is showing you that middle-aged men like myself, whenever there's a young woman you're trying to impress, bad things happen. This is what happened. He's trying to impress a young girl that was on the bridge with him. He's waving to everyone on land. Arrivederci! Arrivederci! Everybody on land is waving back, not to say goodbye. They're pointing to the reef. They see the reef. They're pointing to the reef. You're going to hit in the reef. That's an Italian accent. You're going to hit in the reef. You're an idiot. You're going to hit. And he's doubling down. Look at that. They love me. Look at that. See, I'm a bigger shot. I'm the capitan of this. Now they're shooting up flares. Skywriting. You're going to hit the reef. Nothing. Boom. Too late. They hit the reef. They hit the reef. It now capsizes. This is all true. I'm not making fun of it. It's now the Poseidon Adventure and the Titanic rolled into one. People, just like yourself, are in the dining room, having the first of 800 meals, sliding across the floor. Now, what the hell's going on here? They don't know. It's capsizing. There was one couple from the Polo Club. The husband turns to the wife, Phyllis, take the bread and butter, put it in your pocketbook. We paid for it. And take the stevia, the equal, take the dining table, take the flour in the center, what do they call that? Centerpiece. Take the centerpiece, we need something to prove we were here. It's all true. Everything is true. It's so funny, I'm at Walmart the other day. There's this elderly couple's walking, the husband's muttering himself. I just want some Schweppes ginger ale. And his wife's going, you can't have it, Morty! You're diabetic! You'll have it, you start foaming at the mouth, I'll leave you in aisle 5 for cleanup. I just want some Schweppes ginger ale. He's looking at me, he's pleading with me with his eyes. Just shoot me in the head. Put me out of my bed. That's all they wanted was Schweppes ginger ale. The wife would not give him the ginger ale. You're diabetic! It was just hysterical. You ladies control everything. I have my book. Now, I know you want a memento of my show. Have you enjoyed my show tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes!
You are a terrific audience, and I was very funny. It worked out well. If I was good and you sucked, I feel horrible, but I get on with my life. Besides being a big-time comedy star, I'm actually a motivational speaker. Actually, I'm a motivational speaker. You've heard of life coaches? Mine is different. I'm called Get a Life Coach. That's what I do. I wrote a book, Reboot Your Career, 27 Ways to Reinvent Yourself in the Workplace if you still have a job. And anyone who purchases the book gets two free DVDs that you can play. All you have to do is buy a DVD player. You can use your computer. You can use your computer. If you have a friend, give them 2 DVDs. If you have someone you hate their guts, give them my DVDs. And 2 DVDs, yes, of me on a cruise ship and me doing a family show. Different material than you heard tonight. And I donate a portion of the proceeds to disabled veterans of America, so you're helping them out. I only have 400 to 500 of these left. Everybody gets a DVD and a book, whether they want it or not. No one leaves. Get the $20 out, or I accept credit cards. I do. I got a square. It's so funny. So funny. I realize I have a secret weapon. Whenever I want to de-escalate any situation with a male that can become violent, I blame everything on my imaginary wife. And any man that's married, immediately, it's like a fraternity. Guy passes me in a car, Mexican guy, and he like I was trying to cross the intersection. Now he sees me do that. You can't do that to a Latina man. He turned around, he followed me for 3 miles till I went to the chiropractor office. He pulls up behind me and he says, gets out of the car. What was that all about, S.A.? Oh, no. I was having a fight with my wife on the phone. Your wife? No problem. Go with God. And he just walked away. That was it. I rolled through a stop sign. Cop pulled me over. Hey, did you know you rolled through? This is all true. You rolled through. I'm sorry. I had a rough morning, fight with wife. Your wife? Get out of the car. He hugs me and goes, just drive safely. That's it. That's the secret weapon. You blame everything. I'm sorry, because every man that's married, it's no mas. He just understood it. How many women tonight paid for the evening? By applause. How many men paid for the evening?
No.
Really? Because men pay for everything. I'm selling CDs. They pay for dinner. I was doing the show. My mother's Italian, my father's Jewish. I'm in therapy. I don't know if you heard of that show.
Yes!
I was a national touring star for 12 years. I'm in California doing the show. I'm selling my comedy CD. Woman says, "How much for the CD?" $20. She just goes like this. She turns to her husband. He just took out the wallet. That's how you have men trained. She just didn't have. She just went. And he knew. He just wanted, like, he rang a bell and he started salivating. She just looks at him, she's paying the money. That's why gunslingers in the West, you think they were practicing with the gun? No. Taking out the wallet. That's why they light it up. He never practiced. No, I'm married. That's the game. You just, everything. Bonanza. I love you remember Bonanza? Sunday night, Bonanza. And Ed Sullivan. Right here we have Topo G. Joe. We have Topo G. Joe and the Minnesota Home for the Criminally Insane Boys Choir. Then we have Simon & Schuster from Canada. Remember that? And then we watch Bonanza. I used to love Bonanza. I wanted a father like Lauren Green. Remember that show? And then you have Hoss go up to his father. Hey, Pa, how come Adam and I are older than you? Hoss looked older than Lauren Green. Am I right? They were only a few years apart, really. They were only 13 years apart. But they all, every one of them, Pernell Roberts, Lauren Green, and Dan Block, all wore hairpieces. The only one that had his own hair was Little Joe. But I love that show. I still watch it.
Joe.
Huh?
Poor Joe.
Little
Joe.
Little Joe.
Died very young.
Yes. Thanks for being a speed bump in the rhythm I have in the song. He's going to that little house in the prairie in the sky. During COVID, I adopted a little silky terrier, a hypoallergenic silky terrier. Finally have a bitch in bed who doesn't shed. Big spa day last night, yesterday. Nails clipped, genital area shaved, anal glands massaged, and next week, the dog gets groomed. You want to know the secret of life that I figured out living in Florida? This is the secret of life, of happiness. Only surround yourself with friends and family that have worse health ailments than you. You all have that friend that constantly has to give you, if you say, how you doing? Here it comes. I have to go for the MRI, gotta go for the CAT scan, I got a false negative, a false positive, I gotta get a second opinion, then we're in the group, and you want to say to them, you go, I accept you on condition, I love you, but not a day goes by that I thank the good Lord I'm not you. You have that? You have friends that just tell you everything, and you gotta listen, because they need to vent whatever, that's the secret. My friend, I have a friend of me, Bob. See, when you're young guys, men always brag to each other about their sexual conquests. When they get to be a man of a certain age, they brag about their PSA scores. What are you, a 1? I'm a 2. And you want to piss someone off in Florida, tell them how low your HOA fee is. That really pisses me off. I do. We've gone up only $40 in 20 years. I mean, that pisses off people a lot, but it is. We have no clubhouse. We just got. I'm paying for foreign nationals coming on my lawn with leaf blowers and weed whackers. That's it. Well, you've been a terrific audience, really. I hope you had a good time, and tell them all about, and supporting great shows we have here at the ACT Studio Theater. And I want to this will make you feel better about yourself. These are stupid criminals. Stupid criminals. Let me get my glasses out. Now I can see far, but after the cataract surgery, you gotta wear the readers. Bought 45 of them from the dollar store. Right? They do. This will make you feel better about your lives. You ready for this? Stupid criminals. Police in Oakland, California spent 2 hours attempting to subdue a gunman who had barricaded himself inside his home. After firing 10 tear gas canisters, officers discovered the man sitting beside them in the line shouting, "Launch the bazookas!" An Illinois man with a gun kidnapped a motorist and forced him to drive to not one, but 2 automated teller machines, wherein the criminal proceeded to withdraw money from his own bank accounts. As reported in the Topeka, Kansas, Topeka General, a local newspaper, a man walked into a Topeka, Kansas quick shop, which is like a Wawa, asked for all the money in the drawer, all the money in the cash drawer. Apparently the take was too small, so he tied up the store clerk and worked the counter himself for 3 more hours to make more money. This happened in Stewart. A bus carrying 5 passengers was hit by a car. By the time the police arrived on the scene, 14 seniors had boarded the bus and started complaining of whiplash injuries and back pain. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed my show. Thank you so much for supporting comedy and theater. You give yourselves a round of applause. You were wonderful. Thank you, thank you. If you want to buy a company DVD, I'll be out in the lobby.
Yes.